Hi children, welcome to your new academic year. Okay, this is English teacher Dhanlakshmi. I am explaining to you English lessons and grammar. Now, today I am going to explain a small story and introduction. Now, we are going to your first lesson of English term 1. In this, what is your first lesson? Before going to your first lesson, I'll ask you some questions to you. I think you know so many animals. Yes? In this world, we have so many animals. Can you say some names of animals? Yes, children. Very good. What are the animals? Cat, dog, rabbit, cow. These all are animals. In these animals, categories are there. The domestic animals, pet animals, and wild animals. These many animals are there. Now, we are going to learn about this animal. What is this, children? What is this animal? What is this? This is a rabbit. What is it? Eating carrot. Okay. Now we are going to our first lesson. What is our first lesson? Can you say? What is our first lesson? Yes. Very good, children. Our first lesson is the tale of Peter Rabbit. Tale of Peter Rabbit. This is your first lesson of your English term 1. So, what is meant by first? We have to know the title. What is the meaning of the title? What is the title here? The Tale of Peter Rabbit. What is meant by tale here? Children, whenever we are reading or go through something, we have to know the new words first. Then we have to learn the spellings and meanings of the particular word. Then we have to understand clearly. We can easily understand those sentence or all the story, everything. What is mean by tale? What is mean by tale? Tale means story. What is mean by tale? Tale means story. Now what is the title? The Tale of Peter Rabbit. So the story of Peter Rabbit. What is Peter here? Peter is a name. It is a name of that rabbit. I will explain you what is Peter Rabbit and what is the main focus of that particular rabbit. What is the title of the Tale of Peter Rabbit? Now, this is Peter Rabbit. What's its name? Peter. Peter. First of all, children, hope you have a copy of this particular lesson. Then, while you are reading, you have to be underline new words and note down in a notebook and search meaning for that particular word and write meaning in that your notebook. And again, once you have to glance it, read it and underline new words and complete one reading. And while you are going to second reading, you have to take already you have searched some meaning, no? So you have to take the help of meanings, you have to read again. Then you can understand clearly. Now, what is the Tale of Peter Rabbit? Ma'am, say first what is the story? Are you excited? Yes, I am coming to that part only. Here, the Tale of Peter Rabbit. Actually, we are not listening our parents' words. This is story about Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit is a naughty rabbit. What is naughty? What is the meaning of naughty? What is the meaning of naughty? He's a naughty boy, we are saying. So naughty in the sense he doesn't listen listen any words, anyone's words. He is doing whatever he thinks, whatever he wants to like to go, that way he has to go. That is naughty. That is simply we are saying silly. They are not taking anything serious. They are going whatever they like. Like here Peter Rabbit also is a naughty rabbit. How can you say that, madam? It is naughty? I will tell you the story. First, I am saying to you a summary of story. We don't have much time to read line to line, word to word and explain to you. That's what I am saying, only summary of the story. You have to read and underline new words. Again, second reading you can give. Then you can understand what I gave. Now I am giving to you a summary or synopsis. Now coming to the tale of Peter Rabbit. In this, some characters are there. What are the characters of in this story? What are the characters are there? Here, Mrs. Rabbit. Mrs. Rabbit is a mother rabbit. Who is she? Mother rabbit. Who is she? Mother. Peter's mother. And characters are these. Mother's rabbit have four children. How many children are there, children? 4 children. And his first children, Mopsy. And second one, Flopsy. And third one, Cottontail. These are the names of those rabbits. And fourth one, our story, Peter Rabbit. Our the Peter. Who are those? 4 children. These children are there in that rabbit hole. Means mother's rabbit has 4 children. Mopsy, Flopsy, Cottontail and Peter Rabbit. We are talking about only the naughty rabbit, that is Peter. What is the story? Another character also there, that is a very important character, that is Mr. McGregor. Mr. McGregor. He is a very important character in the story. Peter Rabbit and Mr. McGregor, along with between them, the story goes on. So, what are the characters are there? Mrs. Rabbit, children, Mopsy, Flopsy, Cottontail, Peter Rabbit. Sparrows also there. These are only a small part. These are only small part. So these are the characters, children. Whenever we are reading, we are going to do through that. What are the characters in that and what are the new words are there? You have to be known first. These are the characters. Now coming to our story. Do you have pets, children? Maybe you have. Very good. Now coming to our story, Peter Rabbit. What happened to Peter Rabbit? Why we are studying or why we are reading about Peter Rabbit? I will say that. Here, Mrs. Rabbit is there, no? Mother Rabbit, one day she said to all the children, all 4 children, come children to me, and she said, you are going go for food, you have to search for food, but don't go Mr. McGregor's garden. Okay, you have to go to the down to the land, and you have to be go down to the lane, and you have to be search food for you. But don't go Mr. McGregor's garden. In that garden, so many delicious foods, means like a radish, carrots, all are there. But you don't go. That is very dangerous place. If you go, you will get troubles. Already she warned you and she explained them, and she said that she gave instruction to them to go to food first for them. So, Mopsy, Flopsy, Cottontail, these these three are listened their mother's words and they went on to the down of lane. But Peter Rabbit, how we already known about him. How he was? He was a naughty rabbit. That's what he did. He didn't listen his mother's words. He went to Mr. McGregor's garden. He went to Mr. McGregor's garden. What happened is that he went on after, I will say that, in his garden, what are there? First, radish, okay, lettuce and potatoes, okay, cabbages and parsley. These all are there in his garden. Whose garden? Mr. McGregor's garden. Now, who went to there? Peter Rabbit went to Mr. McGregor's garden. First, he ate lettuce. What he ate? First, he ate some lettuce. Next, he ate some radishes. Next, he searched for that parsley. Parsley known as is a coriander leaf. Like you know that coriander leaves. We are calling as like that coriander leaves. These are using to cook food. Get good enough. Get good taste. That's what parsley we are using. So already rabbit ate some lettuce and radishes and it's searching for that parsley. Suddenly what happened? Suddenly Mr. McGregor ran after Peter. Means he has seen him. That's what he wanted to catch the Peter. He shouted, "Stop thief, stop! Why are you coming to my garden and you eat all this?" He called, "Stop thief, stop! Don't go anywhere, I'm coming, go, stop. Then Peter started running. For what? He ate all these things, no? Then Mr. McGregor is the owner of the garden. So he ran after him means he started running. Then he wanted to escape. By the way, he went on to all places. Meanwhile, what happened? He ran away. Then, meanwhile, one of his shoes fell in potatoes and cabbages crop in the middle of the crop. Then he missed one shoe. He left that one. Again he went on. He continued his running. Then what happened? Again he wanted to escape from there. That's what. He wanted to escape from there. He wanted to go to go to home. Then Peter went on to, by running, he won blue jacket. And in the jacket, buttons are there. That is very large buttons are there. So he wore blue jacket. Whenever he hurriedly was running, suddenly one of the buttons stuck in that blue. One of the button of the blue jacket stuck in the Stuck in the gooseberry net. Where it's stuck? Gooseberry nut. Why they are using gooseberry nut there? Children, whenever they are using this gooseberry nut, the fruits are there, no? These fruits are, whenever these using net, it will become large. Maybe it will become large. And no birds and like rabbits will come and eat those. Protect. This net is protection from them. This net is protect the fruit gooseberry. So the blue jacket's button stuck in gooseberry net. He struggled to pull that one, but he couldn't. Who? Peter. Who couldn't pull that one. Then what happened? He left the jacket also there itself, and he cried a lot. He cried a lot because his shoe already has gone. Again, the jacket's button also stuck in that net. Then he decided, today my life was gone because of Mr. McGregor came to me and taken away. Then he was afraid. He was frightened. Then he cried, "Ah, my life!" Then what happened? He like that cried. Then sparrows are friendly sparrows. Animals all are friends, no? So sparrows are there. They are watching. They saw them. They are encouraging. Escape from them. Come on. Sparrows are encouraged to Peter Rabbit. Why they have encouraged? Because of he stuck in that gooseberry net. That's what Sparrow said. Come outside. Then Peter Rabbit very forcefully he left the button there itself and he ran away from there. And he entered the tool shed. What is meant by tool shed, children? Tool shed is a box. In this, so many tools are there. Like they are using in the field. Some tools they need. Those tools are in this box. So Peter entered tool shed. Then Mr. McGregor coming to the tool shed. After that, flower pot is there. So flower pots also there. What he thought? Peter escaped from them and he hid under the flower pot. What? Who's thought like that? Mr. McGregor thought like that, and he came to this place and he slowly turned the flower pots and looked at there. Is in that flower pot Peter was there or not? Then what happened? Miss Gregor slowly turned the flower pot and looked carefully, because he thought that Peter was under the flower pot, but Peter was not there. Where was the Peter? Peter was in tool shed. So very luckily, who is that? Peter luckily escaped from Mr. McGregor. Where he was? He was in tool shed. But Mr. McGregor, where he was found? He was searched under the flower pot. So he did not find Peter. Then he tired and he went back to his work, because he wanted to do some work also in the field, no? So he went back to his work. He was doing his work in the field. So Peter took long breath. Thank God I escaped from him now itself. Now, not totally he escaped from him. Just a minute, he escaped from him. Then he came out from the tool shed, and nearby one gate is there in the wall. He saw that, he has seen that and thought that, luckily gate is there, but the gate was locked. What happened? The gate was locked. Then again he began to cry. Again he began to cry. Again the gate was locked. How can I escape from here? Then how could I escape from here? Then Peter thought like that and cried. Tears came out. Then one mouse passed on the way. One old mouse passed on the way. And that mouse, who passed on the way? Old mouse. Old mouse passed on the way, and Peter got a hope and asked help. Mouse, is there another way to escape from here or to reach the gate? He asked. Who asked? Peter asked to mouse. Then what mouse said? Actually, mouse wanted to say something, but mouse had one large pea in his mouth, so he could not speak. He shook his head, but Peter could not understand. Then he began to cry. But mouse went away. Then Peter again came back to tool shed. Because of he lost his hope. There is the gate, but the gate was locked. There is the way, but locked means how could he has to go then? He came back to tool shed. Suddenly he came back to tool shed. Suddenly what happened? Suddenly he heard some noise. Who heard some noise? Peter. Peter heard some noise. What is the noise? Is hoe sound. That is hoe. Hoe means it's a tool. It is a tool like this. Handle is there. So Mr. McGregor hoeing onions means he opened opened the land, okay, and taking onions. He was busy with that work. Who was busy with that work? Mr. McGregor. Mr. McGregor very busy with that work. What is the work? What was the work? He was hoeing onions. Then rabbit looked at him. Then one possibility here. What was the possibility? Whenever hoeing the McGregor, the back is to the back of the Peter was there. That was the lucky. So McGregor could not see the Peter because he was doing like this. How can he see back? He could not see, no? He could not see to the Peter. So Peter was lucky. Then he took a long breath. I got a lucky chance. Like that, hurriedly started running till he reached home. He started running from there onwards, reached home. Okay, Peter's home is there. That is the hole. That is the rabbit hole. So he started running from garden to tool shed to house. That is the rabbit hole. From here to here, he did not stop even 1 second also. Started from here to home. His home. He hurriedly went to home, escaped. he did not think even what happened to him also. We are running very fast. Then we got tiredness. Then some breathing problem also we will get or not. Yes, no? But he did not think even of that. He wanted to escape from Mr. McGregor. That's what he started running without stop. He reached his home. Who was reached his home? Peter has reached his home. Whenever he reached his home, with full of tiredness, he did not see the floor is clean or not. Within the soft sand floor, he slept there. He was slept there without knowing what happened there or anything, because of full of tiredness. Running competition are there, so after a long run means how can you feel? Like Peter also felt like that. He got full of tiredness, then he slept there. What happened? Afterwards, what happened? His mother was there? No. So his mother was busy with cooking. He was busy with her cooking. So she could not, on the time she could not see, but whenever she has seen that Peter has slept on the floor, what had happened to him? Why he had slept here? And she thought like that, and she lifted him and put on him on bed. Lifted him and put him on bed. Then what happened? Peter was not feeling well. Peter was not feeling well during the evening because of full of tiredness. Then mother was very take caring, no? Your mother taking care of you or not? Yes, here also mother rabbit very caring to her children. So she knew about Peter. That's what she has prepared. She has prepared chamomile tea. It's a flower. It's a flower. Chamomile tea. This is yellow in color. Petals are white color. Petals are white color. This is a flower. We have seen that, but we don't know that flower is called as chamomile. So chamomile tea prepared by Peter's mother and gave to Peter as supper. As supper. What is meant by supper? Supper means it's a evening meal. It's a evening meal, like dinner. Like dinner. So after this, we have to go to bed. So chamomile tea is a supper for to whom? Peter. Because of he was not feeling well. That's what she has prepared to chamomile tea. A dose for him. Okay. To whom? Peter. Dose for Peter. Then she gave to that Peter and Peter slept. Next, what about rest of the children? Here, who are the rest of the children? Mopsy, Flopsy, and Cottontail are there now? These are there now, Cottontail? These are rest of the children. They had their dinner. What they had? Some bread, milk, and blackberry. These were their dinner. But what Peter's dinner? Only chamomile tea only. So, did you notice this here? What is this here? These all children they have listened their mother's words. Then they had whatever regularly they have eaten. They have taken dinner. That dinner only they had. But she's naughty rabbit is there. Peter. What? His dinner only chamomile tea. Do you notice here? So, children, this is the story of the tale of Peter Rabbit. Do you understand now? Tell me now, what is the message or moral of this story? What happened to Peter Rabbit? He did not listen his mother's words. Then what happened to him? Do you know that? What happened to him? He faced a lot of problems. He got so many troubles. That's what every time our parents, our elders, they are giving some suggestions, instructions, guidelines to us. So we have to follow those. Whenever we neglect and irrespective of those, we are going to our own way, then we'll get problems. We will face troubles. This is the summary of the story. This is the message-oriented story. Are you able to understand, children? Do you get an idea on this? Yes. This is about the tale of Peter Rabbit. In next class, we will go through comprehension and grammar part. Children, now let me ask you some questions. What is the story of? To whom we are talking about? Peter Rabbit. Okay, here 4 characters are there. So many characters are there. Mainly mother, Mrs. Rabbit, that is mother, and 4 children, Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. And Mr. McGregor, he is a owner of the garden. And sparrows are the friendly animals. And one more is that a mouse to help the Peter. These are the characters. Now, listen to me. You have to be taken the copy of yours term 1 English first lesson. Take that one, read once, underline new words and note down in notebook. Then search the meaning. Next second reading you have to be take the lesson and read once, read twice. Then you will get full idea of the story. Yes, children, are you? Hope you understand. We will continue next class. Thank you.